Hey everybody, welcome to the PlantStock channel. Jesse here. So I thought I would make a walk and talk video. It's been a while and I'm out here on my break now, and I'm just thinking about what's going on in the market now, right? What we can see, there's a lot of volatility out there. Everyone's afraid of a ongoing Russian invasion maybe happening very soon. Looking at oil prices surging like crazy up to $95, and some actually believe we could see it up at $120 soon. And then there worries about the inflation. So I thought I just wanted to talk a few minutes about that, but also I wanted to talk about this ongoing fear-mongering that is going on also in social media, but also in most media outlets to some extent, and why that sells. But before we talk about it, guys, as always, I would appreciate an early thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe and get more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. And folks, just a heads up, about a half an hour after I publish this video, I will do a live stream with Major Thacker regarding Oatly and the worries about Oatly. So if you want to be part of that, take a look at it. It's going to be about 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right, see you then. Now, if we just take a quick look at how our stocks fared yesterday, some of them fared quite well given everything that's going on, right? BYND actually took another plummet, right? Almost 3% down. And one of the reasons is, I actually don't know the reason, which is kind of weird because they actually had some good news yesterday. They're now at 1,000 new locations, and they actually started rolling out at 600 new locations in McDonald's. So again, guys, when it comes to good news or news, that's so 2021, right? That would actually get the stock to move up. So obviously this has to do with the volatility, but also when it comes to Beyond Meat, there's a lot of shorts. But in the overall market, as we know right now, what people fear probably the most is the upcoming potential invasion of Ukraine, right? When it comes to Russia, there are actually those who actually claim that it could actually happen already tomorrow or very soon. And obviously that's what people are afraid of. And people are afraid of that if this happens, we had something similar, right, in the Crimea back in 2014 when Russia wanted to protect its interests again, right? Or their so-called interests, which meant that the market really went down a lot temporarily. And people are actually afraid that it could be worse if that happens now. And then we have Bullard, the St. Louis president, the Fed president from there, who is actually talking more and more in media about that what the Fed is doing now isn't enough. They really have to have, go in even stronger. And most people actually believe now that in March we could expect a rate hike of at least 50 basis, right? 0.5%. So again, the ongoing worries now is the Russian invasion, the Fed and the interest rates, and then the oil prices. Again, people are afraid that if the Russians actually do invade, we could see oil prices actually flying up to $120. And we know energy prices are already really high, but they might go even higher if this happens, especially in Europe, since basically Russia controls like 40% of the gas, which I believe Germany is actually totally dependent on. So we'll have a pretty difficult situation in Europe to begin with. But the question that I think most of us ask ourselves is this something to worry about? Because isn't this, as always, short-term noise? And as always, it is. It really is. We have to remember that this is a form of fear-mongering, right? When it comes to not only social media, like YouTube. Look at the thumbnails on many channels, right? We're all doing it to some extent, right? Because we know a lot of people today, they're so desensitized. I'm not sure if I said that word correctly. That nothing affects them if we don't really like fear, or scary, or this is going to happen, the market is going to crash. Well, there are some of us that are way worse than others for sure. But that's one of the reasons, because people, they're dependent on making money. So they'll have these kind of titles, these headlines, that kind of scares people. And or gets people to really open their eyes. Oh, I gotta check this out, right? And it's not only social media, it's Twitter, it's ordinary media outlets, right? Bloomberg, Financial Times, they're all doing it, right? Seeking Alpha. Titles are always kind of looking at the negative, because the negatives and the fears, that's something that sells, right? There's something you really need to be aware of. And Tom Nash, it's a guy that I've actually started to respect a lot more on YouTube. He has some really interesting perspectives. He said something really interesting on Twitter yesterday. Quote, everyone needs to chill with the market crash rhetoric. This invasion, which I highly doubt even happens, will have zero impact long-term on the stock market. Last time Russia invaded to Crimea in 2014, the S&P 500 was 1,800. It's now at 4,500. Just relax. So that really does give you some perspective, right? Like, no matter what happened back then in 2014, the S&P 500, including a lot of stocks out there, are way, way higher, no matter how awful that situation seemed. But if we want to really look at history, just go back of everything that's basically happened the last 20, 30, 40 years, all the different situations. Look at when the US went into Iraq the first time, the Kuwait War back in the beginning of the 90s. What happened to the market? It went down. When 9/11 happened, right? Market went down. And then eventually when the US went into both Afghanistan and then later to Iraq, market went down. And then we have the financial crisis back in 2008. I mean, the story goes on, and it's always the same thing, right? The market goes down, but eventually it goes up again, and it always lands higher than it ever did. The same will also be true now. So I would say that Tom Nash is correct. Really need to chill, right? We need to take a chill pill and really look at the bigger picture. All right, folks, that was my walk and talk today. I hope you got some value from today's video. If you want to, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are interested in companies like Beyond Meat, Tattooed Chef, Oatly, and a very good food company. And if you want to join my free Discord channel, take a look in the description where we talk about these companies. All right, guys. Hope to see you soon. And remember, guys, this wasn't financial advice. But by the way, I have another video coming really soon today with Mayor. We're going to talk about the limitations or the worries about Oatly. All right, guys. See you soon. Peace out.